So you know,
16 next time. So I'm gonna know. That's it.
Selfie, I can't know it because he's still be part of it.
This is my new team.
我係 Winnie 風，密西沙加華商會會長。今日咧就係我哋密西沙加華商會嘅週年大會 AGM。咁同時咧，亦都係我哋聯同社區另外兩個組織，一個咧就係 Summit Garden， 即係呢個富苑酒家啦，同埋 Brampton Chinese Business Association 賓頓華商會咧，係組織呢個為 Special Olympic Summer Game 籌款嘅，因為今年2017年咧。係皮爾區警察咧，就係警察局咧，就係 host 呢一個 event。咁大概一共咧就有1500位，包括係運動員、家屬、教練同埋佢哋嘅好多工作人員咧，會嚟到皮爾區嘅。咁呢一個活動咧係政府係冇資助嘅，咁所以我哋咧就支持皮爾區警察局咧嚟到做一個籌款嘅活動，包括就係我哋今晚嘅晚宴啦，亦都有另外一個community 嘅 sponsor 啦，又都希望咧可以籌到2萬至3萬嘅經費。咁佢哋咧係7月份咧喺皮爾區嘅3日嘅活動咧，可以 cover 到佢哋嘅費用啊。介紹下 MCBA。密西沙加華商會咧係就今年係第26年嚇，舊年就啱啱慶祝咗25週年紀念啦。呢一個咧係華商會咧就係以密西沙加為主啦。我哋嘅活動咧就包括係為我哋嘅會員服務因為係商會啦，所以我哋有好多方面啦，包括係我哋嘅business learning 啦，就提供啲最新嘅資訊啦，亦都係做一啲networking 嘅。就我哋每一個月咧都有 networking lunch 嘅，咁個效果非常之好。咁亦都同時咧就我哋就參與社區嘅活動。另外咧就係有好多就係每一年我哋同出邊嘅大多市華商總會咧就搞咗每年嘅新春晚宴，亦都係參與咗3期嘅China Trade Mission， 就我哋呢個密西沙加華商會咧係一個大家庭嚟嘅，好多都係活動咧都係由開始到而家都一直積極參與，咁亦都得到好多社區嘅志願人士咧幫我哋一齊做呢啲工作，係一個好開心嘅一個社團嚟嘅。
大家好，我係 Irene Chu， 我係賓頓華商會嘅會長，係喺賓頓市嚟講咧，我哋華人係有一個呢一個華商會咧，今年係已經係進入第3年啦。咁我哋得到係City 嘅政府咧，即係市政府咧，係非常大力嘅支持。咁我哋有好多活動咧，我哋係亦都係可以咧就通過賓頓市政府咧，我哋去佢哋嘅政府大樓嚟到舉辦嘅。我哋亦都有喺賓頓市華人區咧，係有一連串嘅活動舉辦啦。我哋亦都有參加一啲社區嘅活動啦，例如一個 Carol Brand 咧就係一個多元文化節。咁係喺呢一個商業裏邊咧，我哋除咗話係促進華人社區嗰個商業活動之外咧，我哋亦都係參與社區活動嘅，因為商業同埋社區咧係息息相關，所以咧我哋係喺做生意之餘咧，我哋亦都係諗下點樣去回報社會嘅。咁我哋今日咧就有一個呢一個籌款晚宴，係幫呢個皮爾區喺呢一個安省嘅特殊奧運會裏邊係做一個籌款嘅晚會。咁喺呢一方面咧，我哋喺呢個警察總長咧今日亦都會來臨嘅，亦都有其他嘅貴賓會參加，係希望咧就喺呢一個晚宴裏邊咧能夠可以籌到款，係幫助一啲弱勢社群，亦都係 喺呢一度咧就係帶出一個鼓舞嘅作用，希望喺商業裏邊咧，我哋除咗係日常生活之外咧，我哋同其他社會嘅各階層咧，亦都係息息相關。就希望咧，我哋可以互助同埋咧就互愛。
其他人打下招呼先。
Thank you for this. This is great, eh? And it's going to be a busy night? Yeah. Say, we have a little crowd here, so... Thank you for coming, son. There's trouble. Excellent. Hello there. Nice to see you. Haven't seen you in a while.
Welcome here. So, the reason that PA tag along is PA's Chinese is better than mine. So, in case I go to a different channel, and PA can help me out.
多謝各位來賓參加，請大家坐低，我哋就嚟會開始啦。
So once again, welcome here. This is the annual general meeting for Mississauga Chinese Business Association as well. So earlier.
More importantly, it is a celebration of human spirit. So for the athletes who are doing the games this year, they bring out the best attributes of mankind. So they are our shining model for willpower, determination, resilience, and courage. So let's cheer for them.
Thank you. Two summer games are held by police services. And this year we have the honor to host the Special Olympic Games. It's going to be in our region. It's ours. So that's why you got to help out as well. So the game is going to be July 13th to 16th. It's hosted by Peel Regional Police. So as you can see, everywhere I walk, when I go to work, every corner I turn, they are after me for my money as well. So we are working all the time for Special Olympics. So hopefully you do the same as well for tonight. Mike can say a few words for us.
I'd like to start with a special thank you to Senator Victor Ho, MPP Bob Delaney, Chief Evans, Chief Beckett, Chief Clark, and Acting Mississauga Mayor Pat Sato. On behalf of the Special Olympics, we are honored to have you here in support of our fundraising dinner tonight. I'd also like to thank Mississauga Chinese Business Association President Winnie Fung, Brampton Chinese Business Association President Irene Chu, Peel Regional Police Sergeant Harry Tam, as well as the owner of Summit Garden Chinese Cuisine, Ken Chow, for organizing and orchestrating this fantastic dinner we are all going to enjoy tonight in support of a great event. Special Olympics, as many of you know, is a sport competition for those that have intellectual disabilities, regardless of age, race, gender, or ability. However, what many of you may not know is aside from sport competitions and experiences, Special Olympics also has a healthy athlete component to it that seeks to not only educate athletes on healthy life choices, but also screens them through 8 different healthcare professionals and helps to identify any health-related issues they may have at the Games. There are many key components to organizing a successful Special Olympic Games. This year, Peel Regional Police has done a fantastic job to organize the hosting of this year's Games that are happening right here in our vibrant cities within the region. And I couldn't be happier to work alongside such a dedicated group of professionals that continue to work tirelessly to ensure that these Games are a success. But what both of our organizations are even more thankful for are the people right here in this room with us tonight. The people that truly make the Games a success by coming out to fundraising events like this and providing financial support to cover the costs like things of our Healthy Athlete program, transportation, meals, accommodations, and many other expenses that the Games Organizing Committee frequently incurs. So thank you to all of you tonight, because you are the reason that our athlete dreams are possible and the reason that these Games are possible. I hope that many of you have the opportunity to come out and experience the Games this July and get out to a number of the venues. I hope you also all have a fantastic evening, and I'd like to also introduce one of our athlete speakers, Troy Ford-King. Troy is 23 years competing in the Games. He's had 6 provincial summer games under his belt, and he's competing this year in our Games in golf. Please welcome Troy to the front.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Troy Ford-King. I'm just re-educating you if you didn't hear what my name was. I'm here to share a little bit of my story with you. My name is Troy Ford-King, and looking back, it is incredible for me to see how my life has changed because of Special Olympics. I remember being in grade school and being teased because of my learning disability. Kids used to pick on me. Can anyone here? No, kids used to pick on me because I was slower at learning than them. That made me feel angry at times, and I wanted to pick fights with many of them. But I had a married and I had very nice parents, which my father's with me tonight, who always taught me to look on the bright side and to always just walk away from your troubles. When kids used to pick on me for wearing glasses, I used to say, at least I have 2 eyes and I can see. When they picked on me because I walked funny, my parents used to say, go to them and tell them, at least you have 2 legs and you can walk. I never wanted my parents to come and see me compete in my sports competitions in school because I never wanted them to see me fail. But what I remember is a teacher's aide who introduced me to Special Olympics. I never knew I was missing out on such a great organization for years. I wish I had been introduced to it long before. I remember being nervous when I went to my first Special Olympics competition. Imagine that, being nervous. No, it's me, right? I didn't know if I would fit in. But I did. And amazing things happened to me very quickly. I participated in my very first sport of bowling, which then led me to play floor hockey, baseball, basketball, alpine skiing, curling, and my sport that I'm competing in at the provincial games, golf. I started competing at regional, provincial, and national games. And amazing things started happening to me. People used to pick on me in school, and when they found out that I traveled around the province to all these different games, they went, "Wow, Troy, what's that all about? How was that?" And I said, "It was great." For the first time in my life, I realized why they call it Special Olympics. And the first time in my life, I felt special. Special Olympics is not all about winning medals. I am a multiple gold, silver, and bronze medalist. If I stood here, I totally forgot to put my medals on. I have 4 of them here from our provincial winter games. They were held in North Bay, Ontario, in alpine skiing. So I forgot to put those on. I'll put them on later on. But it's not all about winning medals. Like I said before, things happen to me very quickly. In 2002, I was nominated out of 12 athletes throughout the world to become a Special Olympics International Global Messenger. And I was Canada's very first International Global Messenger. I got to travel to such places as Kansas City, Washington, D.C., and Athens, Greece, where I saw the lighting of the Special Olympics torch, which was flown from Athens, Greece to Anchorage, Alaska. I also got to go to the White House, where I met, how I call him the good president. I got to meet Bill Clinton. I got to dance on stage with Hillary Clinton, who almost became president. I wish she had, but no. A few years ago, someone asked me, "Troy, sum up Special Olympics for me." I'm like, "How do I do that? That's impossible." And so I thought for a minute, how can I do this? And I came up with this line, and simply it was, when I started in Special Olympics, I planted a seed. I did not know where that seed would go. Over the time and years, that seed grew into a gigantic tree trunk. That tree trunk produced branches. Those branches spread not only across Ontario, but throughout the world. On those branches are leaves. Each one of those leaves represent the many athletes, sponsors, coaches, family members that I have met. But here is where everyone in this room comes into the picture. You are all part of my tree. I don't know, did you know you were part of my tree today? Probably not. You are the trunk of my tree. Without your support, my tree and Special Olympics would not be able to grow and flourish like it has for so many years. So I'd just like to thank the Brampton and Mississauga Chinese Business Association for inviting me here. Thank you for your time, thank you for your support, and thank you for being you. But one last thing, I want to issue a challenge to everyone in this room. Everybody knows about the adoptive program for athletes, so why not get involved with that? But I'm also issuing a challenge. Go out and see the games yourself. If you go to one of those events, I guarantee you're going to be hooked for life and want to continue supporting Special Olympics. Thank you very much, and enjoy your evening. promise to say something in Chinese. I hope I don't butcher it. When I was in China, I got to run. I was on the law enforcement torch run, and I got to run a lit torch on the Great Wall of China. So I had to do speeches. So here's the only Chinese word I remember how to say. Thank you very much. Xi xi ni.
$3 for $20. We're going to go around and sell the tickets, and all these gifts, all these back here is for you to keep. And one of the things that we're going to do special.
All right. So the next thing that we have is to adopt an athlete. Maybe we can say if we can.
Well, one of the goals, like I said earlier, 800, and as far as I know, only over 300 has been adopted so far. We're halfway there. We still have a month before the games. So tonight we want to be able to get you guys going and adopt a few athletes.
Okay, which is the song. Because of all that to recognize 7-year-old who's sitting right there. And
how's the dinner? Good, thank you. So,
to adopt actually because they need the funding for the participation into the Olympics. So give generously, and we have the raffle tickets, and do go to sign option to bid for the organizing all these money will go to the support the Special Olympics. Thank you.
Member of Parliament, Member of Provincial Parliament, Lady, Acting Mayor of Mississauga, Chief of Police Senator Evans, Acting Fire Chief of Mississauga, Jamie Zimmerman, Fire Chief of Brampton, Michael Clark, former Mayor of Brampton, Susan Daniel, dignitaries and honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I am very honored to represent Brampton Parish Citizens Association, to be one of the 3 organizers of this evening fundraising dinner. As a resident in Peel Region, I am excited to learn that Peel Region Police is hosting the Special Olympics Ontario in 2017. Through the fundraising event, it raises the awareness of people to care about others. The athletes and their families are pleased to get support from the community. And in return, we are inspired by the positive attitudes of them towards life. They strive to achieve the best results in sports and their daily life, though with struggles from intellectual disabilities and physical limitations. This is not easy at all. There are always ups and downs during our life. We enjoy our ups and we have to face the downs with courage and walk through them. Now we are giving support to the athletes to make achievement results. At least we appreciate them to be brave enough to make an attempt. I truly wish the Special Olympics Ontario 2017 is a milestone in their life. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for purchasing the dinner tickets. I am asking you again for another round of donation, which could be buying raffle tickets, karaoke singing, adopt an athlete, or silent auction. Please give generously. Help others to help themselves. I wish you all the best and continued success. Thank you very much.
Thank you, honorable guests, our new members, old friends, new friends. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. As Harry mentioned, today is the annual general meeting for Mississauga Chinese Business Association. We celebrated 25th year's anniversary last year, so 2017 will be our 26 years. And without you, we won't last till 26, and we look forward to seeing you on the 30 years and 35 years. So other than the AGM meeting, and we used to have a dinner, and it is such a good opportunity that we have you joining us. The fundraising event, and we are so proud and we are so glad that we are involved to support the Peel Region Police, to support the Special Olympic Games in the Peel Region. So for today, we want to say that Troy, we are so proud of you, and hopefully you will pursue successfully to your Olympic Games. And we want to make sure that you know that you have our love, you have our support, and you have our admiration. So play hard, play strong, and then take victory. So hope to see you getting another medal at the game. Thank you so much. Thank you everybody for supporting.
Once again, thank you for tonight. It's so nice to have Chief here, a long time associated with Peel Regional Police, and also our MPP Bob Dinani, Councillor Pat Sato, and so I can say, we have all the important people. We have Fire Chief here, stand by in case of something. So tonight, that's enjoying and that's help Peel Regional Police to raise funds. But not with me though. Okay, I provide.
Thank you very much. But we've been a long supporter over 30 years of Special Olympics, and it's because of athletes like Troy that make us work so hard to do this. And we could not do this tonight without all of you. So I really want to thank everyone. So I have a Chinese Community Association Committee. So I have 6 committees, and I can tell you that the Chinese Committee is the only committee that's actually come out and held a fundraising event for Special Olympics. So thank you very much for doing that. I really appreciate it. And the athletes really appreciate it. And you know what? I encourage you to come out and watch the games, because Troy said it right. When you come out once and you see the athletes, you will be hooked. The spirit, the passion, the energy, and the medals they have. So please come out. July 13th, Powerade Center is where we launch the opening ceremony. We've got games going on throughout Mississauga, Brampton, and Caledon. So please come out and watch and support our volunteers. Thank you very much.
I think everybody would be happy to know that dinner will resume.
I had a few, but then again, can you feel the answer? I did what I had to do, and so they could, without a censor. I left each other door, which kept almost there. I'm on the highway, it's more than this. I did it my way. Thank you for your support. I'm going to do another one.
The next coming up is only you.
Supporting fundraising for the Special Olympics. Last night I was at the sports banquet, Mississauga Sports. We did it, 3 people into the Sports Hall of Fame at City Hall. And a young man was there last night. You can't imagine what he has done playing golf. He's going to be in the, what's his name? The famous golfer. Yeah, he's going to be there in California playing in his tournament. Can you believe it? He is just super. And of course, his mom and dad are very much involved in female hockey. Too. So, and thanks to Peel Regional Police, Chief Evans, all those that are supporting this, and especially for the Olympics in July, I think it's just great. You know, I'm amazed at what people that have some disability, physical, that can do so much. Makes us look kind of weak. Makes us look weak, really. So, and thanks to all the Mississauga Chinese Business Association and the Brampton Business Group. Good to see former Mayor Susan Fennell here. Well, I just came from a large union golf tournament presentation. I'll tell you, there was a lot of money flying around there. I wish I could have brought it here. So anyway, thanks to everybody for it. You know, the Chinese are so integrated into our community. They don't want to be treated separately. They want to be a part of the community. I'm sure that's true in Brampton, but it certainly is true in Mississauga. Think about it. They're the 2 Chinese associations. They've supported our hospitals. They've supported crime prevention, as the chief knows so well. They've made a major contribution to building a community. And I wish others would follow in their footsteps, because it doesn't happen in all those that are in our city from other countries. But the Chinese lead the way, no question about it. So congratulations to them. And thank you, Chief, for holding the Olympics. Very, very proud that Peel Regional Police, our best police, we have the best chief in Canada. We're pretty fortunate. And as we look at what's happening in other parts of the world, we know our police are doing the job. And by the way, I want to tell you, and I'm going to make this the comment public, I believe in carding, and I hope that it will continue. I'm glad a judge has been appointed. He's going to get a letter from the former mayor telling him, you know, it's interesting, Chief. You can stop me if you think I'm drinking, but you can't stop me if you think I'm a terrorist. Think about it. Something very serious. So let's give our police department support for the way they keep our community safe. Thank you.
Right in the middle of the room, hosting the Special Olympics 2017, right here in the region of Peel. I only have one question. It's a big place. Where?
All over.
All over. That's really helpful. But if you want to get people to go, the
Powerade Center.
The Powerade Center. How about the Hershey Center?
Powerade Center.
It's all. She was being a little reluctant there because it's in Brampton.
There's
a few. There's a few in Mississauga. Do the fundraisers here. Speaking of fundraising, there's a silent auction. It's about to end. Now, today is Tax Freedom Day, so for the rest of the year, the money you make is yours. So you should share a little at the silent auction. Now, when you go to the silent auction, here's the rules. You don't look at what you need. You think of family members, birthdays, Christmas, Father's Day is coming. No tax at a silent auction. It's the only time you shop. Tax-free. No HST, no GST, no PST, no capital gains. It's a steal. It's a real bargain. So if you haven't thought of that, even a wedding, if you're going to a wedding this summer, just think how spiffy that guitar will look as a wedding gift. Or one of those pictures. People can always use a picture because they have walls. So please spend early, spend often, and sign your name. And you know what? If you don't win, it's okay. It's proof you came. So sign your name on every bid, and hope you don't win them all, but it's okay. They take Visa, MasterCard, and so on. Now my fire chief's here, Chief Clark. Thank you, Chief, for holding up the Brampton end of the people who need to be here, showing that Brampton's part of this too, of the Brampton Chinese Business Association. And we have this young man, I'm sorry I don't know your name. Jamie Zimmerman. And he's here from Mississauga Fire. So we have police, fire, paramedics are busy tonight. They're obviously busy because they can't be here. I hope they're busy training. We want our paramedics to be like Maytag salesmen. Very expert, but nothing to do. So if we could look after that. Listen, what a great night. I don't know if you're enjoying the food here. How's your food been so far? I'm just delighted to be here with a former colleague of mine, Pat Sato, one of the best councillors at the Region of Peel. Is she ever sharp? People are asking me, is she a good councillor? I said she does her homework. She knows what she's doing, and she's no pushover. She does what she believes is right. So I have a lot of respect. And Victor O, my favorite senator. Boy, what a choice you were to make a senator representing Canada. You're everywhere, here, there, and everywhere, always speaking up for the important opportunities in this great country we live in. And I'm very happy to be here with my colleague of so many years, Mayor McCallion, but you need to eat, young lady. Keep up your energy. Another 50 years to go. So to Irene and the Brampton Chinese Business Association, to Mississauga Chinese Business Association, to all of our guests who came here tonight, drive safely, but it's not time to go home. Scoot down to that silent auction. I think you should give people a break to bid. If you haven't bid, you haven't bid. You know what I'm saying? You've got to do this. It's fashionable. And then all the people doing karaoke, sing loud and proud, because we love to hear your voices. Thank you all so very much. Pleasure to be here. See, when you're not elected anymore, you don't get the microphone very often. Are you reaching out for it? Well, you know, Hazel knows what it's like. We don't get up here and chat to people that we love. But I've never fallen out of love with the people, and that's what's important when you come out of politics, is that you maintain what really matters to you, and that's your affection for the people and your respect. Thank you very much. Drive safely. Have a great evening.
Joe said when Miranda go on the stage, he's going to go around and collect some more. So maybe we do some lucky draw. Come on.
Thank you.